Hello fellow simmers, it's Samuel Beeman of BLS here. So before we get started into this TS Classic video, I just want to give a big shout out to Harrison Fensome, who is our latest Second Man Fireman member of our YouTube channel. And also I want to congratulate Dolan Baker and Michael Hendel for receiving a silver BLS badge for being 6 months subscribed to our YouTube memberships. So well done guys, and yeah, thank you Harrison for subscribing to the channel membership of Second Man and Fireman. I'll link Harrison's YouTube channel in the description of the video for anyone to go and have a look. So this video is obviously, as seen, a TS Classic video, and today we're going to be looking at something which is not yet released, but it is an update to an old pack that was probably one of our first reskin packs that we ever released on British Locomotive Studios, and that is the Churnet Valley Railway Class 33s, 33021 and 33102. So these reskins were originally made by Lucas of Lucas Repaints, and they've been having major overhauls recently to sort of bring them up to a more modern standard, which includes new child object decals and 3D nameplates made by Steve Davies, aka Snud. So we're going to be driving a scenario which comes with the 33021 Eastleigh in Post Office Red reskin pack for Train Sim, and it's basically a busy summer Saturday run with 33021 in its bandit livery. So, afternoon driver is a busy summer Saturday here at the Churnet Valley Railway, and you are in charge of 33021. Depart when ready for Cheddleton. Excellent. So here we are, and this is our beautiful 33021. We'll put our lights on. Actually no, so before we get into this properly, we're just going to have a little look around of 33021. So, you guys have probably been following this for quite some time. If you are a long subscriber or you've been following BLS since around 2020, 2021, you'll recognise this reskin and you'll be able to see the changes on it. So I'm going to go through all the changes. So the first and most obvious change is the 33021 numbering on the front of the locomotive's front ends, which have been child objected on. Reason why these had to be child objected on is because if they were textured on, what would happen is one of the ends would show up flipped, because basically you can't reskin the two separate ends, which is one of the reasons why nobody did 33108 in its condition where it had white windows one end and standard on the other, because it's just not possible without child objecting. And we've also got a headlight texture now, so we've used the default DTG headlight texture that came with the 33 pack, because obviously this is using the EWS Class 33 as a base out of the DTG RSC Class 33 pack, but for some reason the EWS Class 33 doesn't have a headlight texture. So literally I've just taken it from one of the other reskins within the RSC pack and just plonked it on this, so you know, so it looks correct. And we've also got black surround around the headlight as well, which gives it the more realistic look. We've got new silver buffers added, which I did myself, which make it look a lot nicer. To be fair, it gives it a nicer look. It does look nicer. And we've got white buffer beam steps as per the real life. So this is based on its 2012 repaint, sort of 2013 guise of the unique bandit livery, which was carried by 33012 back in the day, and I believe that was the only locomotive to carry this livery. So technically this locomotive never carried this livery, but it was painted in preservation just because, you know, something a bit different. But yeah, so other than that and bits and pieces, obviously the buffer beam has been altered and changed and made to look better. The colouring of it is a lot better as well. We also have these. Now this is probably something that really does upgrade the reskin, and that is 3D nameplates, because something that a lot of our customers moaned about was the photo textured, horrible cutout nameplates. But now we've got proper 3D nameplates put on the side of the locomotive. It really does, you know, give it a massive improvement. It looks a lot better than what it did previously. So you've got to bear in mind, guys, that this was one of the first reskins that Lucas ever did. So Lucas is no longer actually in the train sim community. He gave up and has moved on to doing other things. So his reskins, these 33 reskins, were given to us and donated to us to do what we please with them. So that's exactly what we've pretty much done with them. And yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think to this this reskin. And without further ado, what we shall do is, well, get underway and head down for Cheddleton. So put our headlights on, get ourselves in the cab. Well, I'm going to keep this on emergency because it is quite a grade, so we can't really rely on the loco brake on this point. So I think we should get started and head down to Cheddleton, don't you? There we are, we're starting to move. As it is graded, there is no need to give it too much power. And I believe we're at a 15 limit now. We are indeed. So, if anyone is wondering about the route, this is the Churnet Valley Railway route add-on by Vulcan Productions. You can download this route from VP. I shall also link the download to the route in the description of the video if you are interested in going to get it. It is a very, very nicely detailed route. It's quite old now, but it still holds up today, in my opinion. Okay, so once we've entered the tunnel, we should start to get to our 25 limit. So the 33021 and 33102 update should be released in the not too far distant future. So currently it is in testing and it is available for our testers to test. Once we have clarified that all of the objects and items work and the update is successful, we'll release it to the public. So the pack itself is currently available in its current stage with the 2D sort of photo textured nameplates, etc. But obviously the 3D stuff and new child objects, basically the upgrade to the pack, isn't available yet. So if you are intrigued to just give the reskin a try and you just want to drive it in its current state, it's on the BLS website under Diesel Locomotive Reskins in the TS Classic section. So once we get into Cheddleton Station, we should be able to see 33102, which should be sat in the bay platform, so we can have a little look around that while our passengers board the train. And there she is on the left. 33102. We are still over the crossing. Probably should have gone further up, but then again, either way we're going to have an overhanging coach. So, but anyhow, so let's take a little look around 33102. As you can see, here she is, and this reskin has also had some alters. So, one of the things is the silver buffers. They have been added onto this skin, and also I have removed the orange cant rail. Okay, we have actually got the right of way, so I'll just pause it briefly. But one of the, obviously the main feature is, again, the 3D nameplate, which has been done fantastically by Steve. So, but got to bear in mind, guys, that these are his first attempts of 3D modelling nameplates into TS. This is the first time he's ever done nameplates into TS. And personally, for his first attempts, I think he has done an absolutely fantastic job on the nameplates. I'm also loving the use of photo texturing on the backboard behind the text, so you can see all of the nuts and bolts of it being sort of bolted into the body side, which kind of gives it a bit more realism. So I really admire the photo textured look. And yeah, so that is basically 33102. There's not really much to say about this reskin because it's basically just it's a bonus reskin for the pack, really, and it was reskinned off of the standard class 33/1, and yeah, it's more of a bonus reskin really because it's not 100% accurate to real life, you know, the real life version, because the real life version doesn't actually have a headlight. But since the RSC DTG class 33 is a bit of a pain in the neck to sort out and get it to have no headlight on it, this is what we've got at the moment. But never say never, we might update it in the future to try and remove the headlight on the front of it, but we'll see what happens on that front. But yeah, anyway, let's get moving. So we've got the right of way from the guard, and our next station stop is Consul, and we are limited to 15 at the minute. So my route knowledge on this route might be a little bit naff because I have not driven this route in ages, so we'll just see how we go. So you will notice that before departing the station, I place the reverser into forward. I then give us a small notch of power and then release the brake. This is how to do it realistically. Res 47 in the siding over there. Class 20, which I believe has started up recently, so that may well make its way into preservation at some stage once again. Okay, we can give a little bit more power now that we are on the straight. obviously our amps are starting to die down. Passenger view. So the coaches that are being used behind the locomotive are actually the older VP Mark 1 coaches, which I believe come with the Churnet Valley Railway pack. I could be wrong, these could be the ones that come with the Preserved Deltic pack, but basically all of the scenarios requirements are wrote in the readme file of the 33021 Post Office Red reskin pack. So when you get the Churnet Valley 33 pack with 33021 in its Bandit livery and 33102, it doesn't come with any scenarios. But if you want additional content like scenarios for these reskins, it comes with the 33021 Post Office Red reskin pack. So basically, in a sense, if you want the full package and you want the full experience, you theoretically have to get this pack and the Post Office Red 33021 pack. To give you the full Churnet Valley Class 33 experience. So we've got a yellow in the distance, which I believe is... no, it's not a fixed distance. We've got a red on the signal. Green. This is lovely down here, this canal, and just Console Station in general. So, I've never actually been to the Churnet Valley Railway. I'd love to go, personally. I think it is a glorious looking line. And my mate Steve, though, as in BLS member Steve, has said that he's actually been down here on the canal, driving his canal boat. And he said it is a gorgeous area, and it's fantastic going past this station because you can actually see, like, through it in a sense, and you can see the track. Like, it's a very interesting experience. So if anyone's into their canal boats or likes canoeing, this is a good place to go. Here we are. Let's see how we stopped. Pretty much spot on. What's our rear of the train like? Excellent, we're all in the station. Brilliant. Oh, look at that. That is a lovely photo. Captain Charles. So yes, the 33021 isn't actually named Captain Charles anymore. It's now named Eastleigh, which is its name that it was given in the 1990s, in the privatisation period, when it was painted in its post office red livery. We can see here that we are being passed by one of the railway's resident steam engines. Which is S160, number 6046. Got a green on the signal. And a right away from the guard. Yes, we can give a little bit more power as we're in the 15 boundaries. Bit of fresh there for you guys. It's probably the best that we're going to get, considering that the majority of the line from Cheddleton to Froggle is downhill. So any newcomers to the game who are watching this and are wondering why the 33 sounds so good, this is due to the fact that it has the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 33 Sound Pack Pro installed. This is no longer available to buy, unfortunately, which is a real shame. I still think AP should have kept their sound packs available, at least for the time being, because there is no other items or enhancements for these older gen pieces of rolling stock. So basically anyone who is new to the game has to stick with horrible default sounds rather than the sound packs, which is a bit of a pain, but is what it is. Anyone who does own the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 33 sound pack, as you can see, the reskins are fully compatible with it. A bit too hard on the brake there. The trouble with the RSC 33 is the brakes on it are so sensitive. A bit oversensitive, personally, in my opinion. I believe we are coming up to a 15-mile-an-hour limit soon. We are indeed. So we need to slow up for that. I can vaguely remember the line. I suppose it kind of... It's really weird when driving in TS. Once you've learned a route, it kind of stays with you. It's like I can remember the speed limits on this line because I did a lot of development work in the means of scenarios for this railway. It's one that I would say I've probably worked on the most scenario-wise, which is interesting considering I wasn't part of the production of this route. It's just, you know, additional content. I made a lot of additional content for this route, so you kind of remember it. It's definitely one of my favourites in the means of preserved railways out there for TS, made by third-party developers, because it runs very smoothly as well. It's really nicely optimised. It's a lovely route. Okay, so this time, because we are stopped here, we are going to dump the brake because we are going to be running round. But I don't think that is actually in this scenario. I think we actually end the scenario here at Froggle. Just get another photo of the loco there because it looks really smart. There we are. So there we are, guys. I think that is where we are going to end our session. We are indeed. Look at that, scenario complete. You have completed this scenario. So there we are, guys. So that was our brief look at the upcoming Churnet Valley Railway Class 33 upgrade that is currently in testing. I hope you liked what you've seen and that you're going to get this when it comes out, because you know it really does majorly improve these older gen reskins that were released on BLS. So yeah, so thank you for watching, guys. This has been Samuel Beeman of BLS. Comment, like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see any more TS Classic videos, and if you've got any ideas on what we can review and what we could look at in the future of BLS YouTube videos. So thank you for watching, guys, and thank you so much for our YouTube members, because you know you guys are great. Thank you for subscribing to our memberships. If anyone is interested in joining the channel to gain exclusive previews to exclusive videos on the YouTube channel, join up, you know, because you get a load of different perks for Discord and all sorts of other bits and pieces. If you are confused and want to know more about the YouTube membership subscriptions we have available on the BLS YouTube channel, please look at our BLS memberships YouTube video, which I will also link in the description of the video if you want to go and check that out. So thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in another video. This has been Samuel Beeman of BLS. Goodbye for now.